Good morning, everybody. Welcome back for installment of Scott Selections here for Monday, February 21st. Before getting today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up having a nice winner in the play of the day video yesterday with Cam Norrie on the money line at minus 126 on FanDuel as he beat Opelka in straight sets. Then we also had the action in the NASCAR race as we ended up having that joint show earlier in the week with Scott Steen, Chris King, and I. That was a live stream. And for Daytona, we ended up going negative 0.17 units. Basically broke even. The matchups went well. The outrights did not. The issue in the matchups was that we had Hamlin over Logano. Hamlin ended up crashing at the end of stage one. Logano crashed, I think it was the middle of stage three. So both guys crashed, but our guy crashed first, which is unfortunate. But either way, we'll look for another winning day here on Monday. And for the play of the day, we're going to look at a tennis matchup in Acapulco between an American in Cressy taking on the Bulgarian in Dimitrov. And for this matchup, we like a bit of a war here. We like over 2.5 sets at plus 135 on DraftKings. Time recording of 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the over in this spot. First of all, looking at the recent matchups between these two players, they played in Australia in January, and that was an extremely competitive match. You're looking at that match. Cressy won 7-5, 7-6. However, Dimitrov did have triple set point in the tiebreak and ended up choking those away as Cressy ended up winning the tiebreak. I believe it was 11-9. But the point is that match could have easily have gone 3. You had two very competitive sets. It seems like these two players are relatively even, and I think you will see a war take place in Acapulco. But if you want to look at the recent performances of these two individual players, each of them are not afraid to go a bit of distance. Looking at Cressy's last 5 matches, 4 of them have involved him and his opponents splitting the first 2 sets, while Dimitrov has split the first 2 sets in 4 of his last 8 matches. So in other words, you have a situation where obviously in 2 out of 3 matches, you need to split the first 2 in order for it to go 3. And Cressy's done that in 80% of his last 5 matches, and Dimitrov's done that in 50% of his last 8 matches. It's plus 135, so I do think you're getting a very nice plus price. But at the end of the day, both of these guys have very conflicting styles. Dimitrov, we know, loves to stand behind the baseline, show off the ground strokes, and try to wear down his opponent, while Cressy is a serve and volley guy, one of the only guys left on the tour that actually do that. So Cressy's going to look for short points. Dimitrov's going to look for longer points, and I do think that eventually, with the conflicting styles, each of them will experience success at some point in the match. And I do think that you'll end up seeing one of these guys potentially win the first set, maybe conserve some energy if things don't go well in the beginning of the second set, and then try to pick it back up in the third. But when you're looking at a situation where both these guys are very competitive the first time around, and they have been known to, let's just say, take some sets off every now and then, plus 135 is definitely a bargain, and I do think that's definitely worth a play. The play that, once again, here for Monday, February 21st, is going to be on Dimitrov and Cressy over 2.5 sets at plus 135 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.